this was the reason why I didn't want to fall in love. This was the reason why I didn't want to have a girlfriend. You see, it all started during October time. I met this girl who every time I see, I just always smile, who I had a crush on. But due to the fact that I knew that I wasn't ready to have a girlfriend, because having a girlfriend right now is an expensive thing. Yeah, there's no way you won't spend, you won't do more, you won't be distracted, except if you find the right one that can actually inspire you and can keep you motivated. But if you don't find that one, you're gonna end up with the one that is gonna distract you and make you spend like mad. So yeah, during October I met the girl. I never talked to her during October time, but I was seeing her back to back. Then November reached. I was at the bank. I had to pay school fees that time. Yeah, because we had like a deadline that time in school, so I had to pay for school fees. Then at the bank, this all feels like a movie, but it's not. So I was at the bank. I wanted to pay for my school fees. Then after I paid for my school fees, they said I should wait for a receipt. That I should come back in some minutes time for receipts that print out. They want to do some print out, this, that, blah blah blah. So yeah, I stepped out of the bank. Then when I stepped outside of the bank, she was there again, and this time with her friends. I was like, okay, Grams, there's no way I'm going to talk to this girl again. Like, remember, we are not doing love. So yeah, I stayed by myself. Then I was writing something. Then one of our friends asked me for biro, for a pen. So I gave them the pen. I gave our friend the pen. Then from there, our friend started talking to me. Then from there, other friends started talking to me. Then I replied back. And before you know it, I ended up talking to the whole three of them. And that was how the girl that I was trying to avoid, I ended up talking to her. Then after that, I locked up, ran away, because I still didn't want love. Then the next day I was in class. Then only for me to even discover the next day when I was in class that girl was in my department. It's like, oh wow. But I sat down on my own still. I said I was not going to talk to her. Then she walked towards me. She literally came to me, said hi, greeted. And I was just expecting it to be that. And she asked me whether I have power bank. Then I said no. Then before you know one thing, she said on that thing, I said on that thing. Before you know, we ended up in a conversation, what I was trying to avoid. And before she came, I was watching something. So after the conversation, she now sat down with me. Then we watched what I was watching together. Before you know, we started bonding. We talked. And annoyingly, what I was watching was something that had to do with love.
Wow.
So yeah, the whole love conversation just sparked up. And before you know, we exchanged numbers, what I didn't want. We started chatting back to back. Then before you know it, like 3 days later or 4 days later, we met, we're talking, we're so close. And then what I didn't want to happened. And then we kissed.